Right guys, that's me just crossed over the border into Scotland, and just like that I'm back in England. Magic. Why am some Dynamo and David Baddiel at exactly the same time? Oh, and the weather's shite. Wow, look at this weather. I must be absolutely menthol. The old menthol cigarettes. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show Mandingos, and thank you for joining me on another, can't even get my words out, another wet and windy, miserable wild camping adventure. Well, it's not going to be miserable here on the Blot Outdoor Show. I promise you, once we find a spot and we get set up, it'll be more the same, because we've got whiskey, we've got red wine, you know, it makes me feel so fine. We've got some nice food to cook. I don't think I'll be sitting outside. We could be tent bound all night long, in the famous words of Lionel Blair. But look, I'm here. I'm certainly not queer. Yeah, right. And we're going to have a good time, no matter what the weather. So let's get mooching. We're in the Scottish borders, by the way. I'm just on the Scottish side. Last time I was in this area, I was up there somewhere. So now I've come this way. I don't know if I'm going to end up camping on the England side or the Scotland side. We'll just play it by nose. I'm in here. Oh, then. I'll bring you back when we find a camping spot. Right. Right folks, I've kind of came off the beaten track and come down this steep little bank here, deep into the woods. I think I'm on private land. I know in Scotland, because I'm on the Scottish side of the border here, it's a different rule than England. As far as I know, you can camp wherever you want, but I've came over like a barbed wire fence, the old Barbara Windsor fence. I came into some other woods further back, had a walk round. No luck, it was just Bogdan Milosevic and Jodie Marsh everywhere you went. Proper like Denise Squelch, you know, when you're putting your foot in the grass. I came down here, I thought this might have been alright, but the camera probably doesn't do it justice. It's too much of a steep bank. I've been looking at that. Can I make that work there? If I put the tent like on a bit of an angle? I don't know. I'm going to have a think for a minute. I mean, it's probably going to be darker only in about an hour. Obviously you can see it's still raining, but it's getting us out of the driving rain. The rain was just like coming in sideways, hitting us in the face. So It's not as bad in here. So yeah, I'm going to have a think, I'm going to have a look, see what I can do, and I'll bring you back in a Slaconda. I wasn't planning on a woodland camp. Mice. Come on then, folks. Let's get into the woodland. I found a little spot. I've had a nightmare for the last 15 minutes. I've been walking around looking for my selfie stick. I took my camera off, well, my phone, because I still record on my phone, and I put that in my pocket because it was getting wetter than Bonnie Blue Snatcheroo, if you know what I'm talking about. And then when I found a little spot, I went to find my selfie stick. Couldn't find it anywhere. Must have dropped it. Hopefully I can find where I'm camping. I've left a little marker down here on a tree. I've been, yeah, skid marks there and skid marks there. I've left a little marker here to get me safely to my spot. I put that branch across the bottom, going in there. Yep, I can see me bag. Oh, I was chuffed to bits when I found me selfie stick. I mean, I would have still made a video, but it would have made it a bit of a nightmare. Right then, guys, just change the thing on there. There you go. Right, it's getting us out the rain quite a bit. Bit of a panic on there. Run out of light, couldn't find a spot, lost me selfie stick. Wasn't a very well planned out camp, this one. I just made my mind up this morning where I was going to go, and because I was on like the opposite mountain kind of thing a few weeks ago, I thought, oh, I'll go over the other side. But as I came up, it was like moors, so it was all bogged down Milosevic with it being windy and raining. I thought, oh, come into the woods. But it wasn't much better. But I found a half decent spot. It's not perfectly level, but it'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. And this is the way of the Mandingo. I will bring you legends back when I've got everything set up. I think I'm going to have a beer as well. Dice. Time for a little chest warmer. Yeah. Yes, Mandingos. Not quite all set up. I've still got to lay me sleeping bag out and all me food and that's still in the bag. And I'm on a little bit more of a bank than where I thought I was. This could be, can this be one of the most miserable wild camps ever? It can. I tell you what, it can't. Because I'm going to have a few drinks and we're going to have a good time and we're going to have a good laugh. So, can this still be a good wild camp? It can. It certainly can. Cheers, guys. What's a little bit smoky. Just thought I'd have a little chest warmer. I've got like a 3-pack of these. The old 3-pack fcuk. All the same brand. The legendary silky Irish whisky. So one of them's smoky, that's this one, and then the middle bottle is a bit more smoky, and then the third bottle is their smokiest whisky. So what I'm going to do is I'll enjoy the first two, and I'll keep the smokiest one for the world famous whisky review. Then we're bought for me. Hold on, let's get another gobble. Air matron. That's just perfect, that. That's the right amount of smoke. Maybe I should have kept that one for the review. The other one might be a bit too smoky. Smoky and the Arse Bandits, if you know what I'm talking about. Smoky and the Arse Bandits. You cannot say Arse Bandits. You cannot say Arse Bandits. Blot, you bigots. Ah. Right. So I've got a note with these whiskies. Blot, a little something for you to enjoy on your famous whisky review. Love the channel, you absolute legend. Spanks for all the laughs. Alan and Bernie. Well, thank you so much, Alan and Bernie, for watching the videos. If it wasn't for legends like you watching, the Blot Outdoor Show wouldn't be where it is. Cheers, Alan and Bernie. Right. I'm going to just take this chance now to enjoy this whisky, get all the rest of me stuff laid out, and then what else is there to do? To show you all me shite. Oh, stuck in this woodland, give you a quick look. You can see there. I mean, it's darker in here, you can still see some light peeping through the old Peking duck through the trees. Peking duck. Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. I love you more than I can say. Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say. Right, this whiskey is very nice, as they say in the back streets of Beijing. You better believe they do. I'll bring you back when I'm all set up. Oh, I'm all set up. Brr. 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 Right, guys, you can see I'm in this creepy woodland area. I don't know why I'm saying creepy, because I'm certainly not creeped out. I might be a bit of a creep. Oh, but I'm proper sliding down here like, slide away, give it all you got. Yeah, but it'll do, guys, it'll do. It's an experience. You don't want every camp being the same, do you? So it's actually, while I say it's actually turned out to be a really good video, as they say, in the doodoing and the gay bars of San Francisco. So let's show you my stuff. So foil my gloss down there, seat the summit air mat, no tent, sleeping bag, trespass, pillar biter, happy dingleberries, first aid kit. You never know if you need a bit Clitosaurus rexicles when you're on a camp. And I'm going to be honest, guys, it smells in here. It smells like the back of Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus. Shall I tell you why? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you exactly why. Because I have got some smoked haddock to cook tonight. Oh, it is going to be honking in here later on. Smell your ma central. You better believe it. I've also got some savoury rice, and there's some diced red onion in there as well. That is going to be a meal fit for a Mandy Dingleberry. Snackaroonies, what have we got? We've got some Haribos there. Let me turn the camera around, folks, so you can see. We've got a Twix. We've got some shortbread flingers, some KP, salt and vinegar, nuts. There's a corned beef and potato video nasty there. There's a few bugs, mind. I tell you what, it would have been a nightmare being here in the summer. So I've showed you the whiskies. I've got 2 left. I'll have another chest warmer. That's the medium smoke one. And then the really smoky Fozzie Whiskey review. I've had that in the house for absolutely ages. And I didn't realise it was stuffed in the cupboard. I don't know how it ended up there, and it was behind, like, you know, when you've got bottles of, like, what do you call it? Diluted pop or cordial, wherever it is. You know, when you pour a little bit Robinson's orange pop, and then you add water to it. There was a few bottles of them in the cupboard, and that was behind. Toffee and vodka spirit drink. 20 placenta. Now, I think that was given to me from a couple of legends by the names of Kim and Ian Glegon. They sent me like a big box full of, like, well, all sorts basically, a few months ago. And I reviewed the whiskey they give us, and I took the snacks out on a couple of camps. And that was in the box as well. Yeah, I think it was from Ian and Kim Glegon, so thank you very much. I've been enjoying a few of them, as you can see. I might as well show you the rest of the canned dingoes now, because I think this is going to be one of them camps, guys, where we're just tent-bound all night long. You've seen people, haven't you, doing the videos, and they'll say like 24 hours or 18 hours stuck in a tent all night long. It's going to be one of them. Now, sometimes if I'm up on the top of a hill in the Lake District and it'll be raining, I still keep popping out to get some footage, because you can see like the hills and the lakes and the distance. You can't see anything here because I'm in this dense woodland. Even if I get out, yeah, if I put the light on, you can see a few trees next to us, but I'm not showing you any views. And although the rain's died off, the old Lorraine Kelly, it's that fine rain, you know, the fine rain that soaks you through. Why, I'm some Peter Kane, brother of Harry Kane. So, yeah. I don't even have to pop out for a slash Gordon. All I've got to do is go on my knees there and slash Gordon straight over there. Power slash. Right, beers. Jeff Beers, what have I got? Now, I'm going to tell you something, and it is the tooth. Oh, the whole tooth and nothing but the tooth. I went to the Sunderland match last night, Sunderland against Everton, and by the time me and my son got back home, it was after like 11 PM. And I hadn't bought any stuff for camping. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go raking through the fridge, or the freezer I should say, because there's always stuff in there that's been there for months. That's probably going to get put in the bin. Let's have a look through the cupboard, because Mrs. Blot buys loads of shite. Let's just like see what's going on. Have a look in the back of the Blotmobile. See what beers we've got. See what stuff's lying around. See if we can do a camp without spending any money. So that's where I got like the flish and the rice from. Been in my freezer for ages. Mrs. Blot already had them. Them's been in the cupboard since Christmas. I think the Prestons. Yeah, that's off a while ago. I've had that quite a few weeks off. Yeah, the legends that sent me that. I bought them today because I didn't have any wine. But you seen me have this a couple of weeks ago. I had 4 cans of menopause. It's not bad, but after you've had a couple of cans, you get like hot flushes, and you get a really bad mood, and you shout at your husband. Well, luckily for me, I haven't got a husband. Hiya, you all right? So I've got 1 can of menopause. I've got 1 can of hiya, you all right? Yeah. Some legend sent me a box of these a few weeks ago. It's not something I would normally buy, but if someone's going to send us drink, come on. I'm not going to be rude, I'm going to drink them. So spank you to the legend that sent me them. That one's been in the fridge for ages. Mrs. Blot was going to have it because she doesn't drink. But she does like a shandy now and again. So I was going to bin it, and Mrs. Blot said, oh no, leave it in the fridge. I might have a shandy if I feel like one. I'll have a shandy when I'm feeling randy. Ha ha, mandingo. Ha ha. Yeah. Anyway, that was in the back of the Blotmobile. That's been in the fridge for ages. That's been in the fridge for about 3 weeks. Brew Dog Punk IPA. A legend by the name of Barry Homewood gave me, I think it was 6 cans of these, and I only drank 5, so that's been in the fridge for a while. So, and then Mrs. Blot must have bought me this. She forgot to tell us about it. Like an IPA, pots, chicken stock, loaded in flavour. I think I'll keep that for me last beer. I'll keep the best for last because it looks like a good quality IPA. And I've never had that one before, so happy days. We've got a good selection of cans, wine. We've got whiskey left. We've got that. I've showed you all my food and drink, and I've hardly had to spend anything on everything I've brought out tonight. So yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. You better believe I do. I ain't getting on no plane, fool. I ain't getting on no plane. Get out my tent, midges, bugs, the old bug like yours. Right, guys, I'm going to have a drink and I'm going to do a bit editing, the old Dr. Eddie Brown. When I bring you back, I'll be a little bit more smash-burgered and we'll talk some more shite. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, Mandingos. We're on the old menopause. Hot flushes coming on in a few minutes. Cheers, Mandingos. Let's get comfy. Yeah, I just quickly popped outside not so long ago. The old Jez Quigley for a quick Slash Gordon jukebox jury. And yeah, if you listen, you can hear a little bit Wayne Rooney on the tent, but it's not lashing down. But just standing outside, you're still getting wet. Wetter than a crackhead snatch for a free 10 bag, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just like moist and, I don't know, wetter than an otter's denim jacket pocket. So I will keep popping out and getting a couple of shots of the tent and drain the lizard, the old Eddie Lizard. But I think this is going to be a night in the tent. You can see, folks, I've got the dorsal fin open, stretching me leg dingoes out. But this is about as exciting as it's going to get. I'm sorry, Pet. Pet, you better not be working for that Ali Frazier. You better not be working for that Ali Frazier. Sure. But I don't mind this. It's class. It's something different. In the woods here, on a bankaroonie. I'm going to be sliding down to like that way during the night. It's probably not going to make for the most comfortable night's sleep. But you've got to take the rough with the smooth in the world of the wild camping. What is your name? Look at all them bug light years. Can you see them? Swarming all over. I mean, you expect some on your light because the bugs are attracted to the light. But it's starting to get chilly now. It's starting to get a little bit stone cold Steve Austin. So I didn't think I'd have a bug problem. I mean, I know it's worse up here in Scotland, and if you're in like a woodland, you know, then you're going to get a few more bugs. But with the getting stone cold Steve Austin, I didn't think I would have that problem tonight. I'll have to try and flap them out with my hands. Get out, you bastards! Later on, just before I shut the door. Get out! I might drop a few stink bombs. Seeing that, they'll probably like that, won't they, if I start farting. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, guys. Yeah, it's just I'm one of these people where I make the best of the best, even though I don't wear a vest, no matter what's happening. You can be stuck in the rain, in a storm, freezing cold, whatever. Your plan might not go to plan sexual. Does that make sense? The old plan dingo might not go to plan sexual. You might have to change your plan. You might have to just do something completely different to what you thought. Don't let that get you down. I've seen people, I've heard of people, they go off on a camp, and if it doesn't quite go to plan, they'll come home. That's not the style on the Blot Outdoor Show. I forgot the worst. There's a little bit of grass down by the side of the Blotmobile where I'm parked down on the borderline from England and Scotland. I would go and put my tent up next to the car if I had to. And it would probably make a funny video. Camping on the Scottish border, right next to the Blotmobile. I would make it work. The only way I think I would abandon camp is if I took bad. You know, if I was really poorly, I was really ill. And it was like, you needed some medical attention. Or if there was a family issue, you know, you got to call off Mrs. Blot on your mum or dad, and you've got to like get home. Bad weather, your tent could get absolutely smashed, and it might be safer to abandon camp and get down to wherever you parked up rather than putting your life at risk. Yeah, sometimes you've got to use your common sense. But apart from things like that, I'll always try and make it work, even if I had to turn around and drive home because of weather. You know, there might be a road blocked, so you can't drive to where you want to go. I would still probably, like, on my way home, spot some bushes and say, right, come on, I'd make a video out of it. I'd even video, like, the part where I've got to turn back And then as I'm driving home, there's some bushes, or there's a Burger King with some bushes behind. Let's camp in the bushes behind Burger King. I'll always try and make it work, because I love the outdoors. I love camping that much. Plus, there's so many of you legends. I know there's thousands of you enjoy watching me videos, but I get so many nice messages of people like saying, like, I don't know, they're going through a hard time. Watching the Blood Outdoor Show puts a smile on the face, even if it's just for an hour, you know, on a Sunday night or a Wednesday night. They can forget about whatever shit they've got going on, and they can sit and have a laugh at an idiot on the menopause in a tent with loads of bugs flying around in his tent talking shite. I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. What I was going to do tonight, can you remember in my last stealth camping video in the graveyard, the spooky graveyard, I did mention I was going to do a tent box camp tonight. You know, the tent box on top of the blockmobile. So, yeah, I was thinking about it. I was pretty sure I was going to do it, but I never really totally make my mind up until the night before I go camping, or on the morning, the day I'm going to go camping. I've always got 2 or 3 ideas, you know. It's like a little hamster. You know when you say like a little hamster running round a wheel? It's like they're inside my head. Do you know what I mean? With loads of daft ideas. So when I woke up today, I was thinking, where do I fancy going? What do I fancy doing? Should I do the tent box camp? And the last time I was here 3 weeks ago, I parked in the same place, but I went the other side of the road, and I went up in the hills there on a place called Carter Pike, and it was fantastic. I don't know why, I just loved it. You know, when you get back down to the car the next day and you're driving home and you just got a smile on your face, and it's like, I really, really enjoyed that camp. I mean, I enjoy it every time, but sometimes it just blows your mind. And that's what I felt like the last time I was in this area. So I thought, yeah, you better believe it. Come back, park in the same place, but come over this way. Oh my God, it's been nothing like last time. It's been, I wouldn't say shite, because I like to experience all the different weathers and camping spots like this in the woods or down the beach or on a mountain top. But yeah, it's probably makes these videos probably make a better video than something going smooth. Because if I was just going like, say, the Lake District, Northumberland, the Peak District, I'm looking at these bugs, guys. There's getting more and more bugs, and like walking up the top of the hill and getting set up. That's fantastic, because that's what I love to do. But for making a video every week, that's not good for you, because it looks the same. Doesn't matter what hill you are, when you're looking down into the countryside, it pretty much looks the same. So sometimes you need to have a little bit of a nightmare like this. You don't realise how much of a bank I'm on as well. Luckily, the bank's going up this way, so I've got my feet. Look at that. See where I've got my feet dug in there? Look at that. Air matron. I've got my feet dug in there. The old dug light here. So I don't slide down any further. But I'm nice and warm. I'm cosy, yeah. I'm happy. I've got a few beers. A few Jeff beers. A few shots of whiskey. I've had that toffee vodka. I've got 2 little cans of red wine. And we're going to be sniffing Bonnie Blue Snatcheroo later on with the old smoked haddock and lysicles. So, yeah. Regarding the tent box camp, I might do it next week. I might not. We'll see. I will do it soon. The last tent box camp. I'm just waffling, guys, now. I mean, I'm sat in the tent. I've got nothing else to do. Talking to you legends makes me feel like I've got some company here. Cheers. Yeah, I'll probably do the tent box camp soon. Maybe it's next week. I know the week after, little Kev from Kev's Outdoor Adventures, he's on holiday away in the Lake District with his family. So we've been talking about maybe, or possibly, More than possibly. It's probably going to happen. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pick little Kev up. And I'll take little Kev up in the hills and I'll teabag him. Yeah, sure. I think I'm going to pick little Kev up from the caravan park where he's staying. We'll go off. We'll do a wild camp. We'll have a little hike around and that. The next day, I'll take him home. Drop my home to his caravan. Hopefully he's got a bacon and sausage sarnie on for us. The little bastard. Sorry, Kev, I'm only joking, mate. I'll drop him off the next day. And then I'll go Roger Blackneck home to the city of Sunderland. Might as well talk about some more plans for the next few weeks or few months. I know the last week, I think the last weekend, is it, before Christmas, I'm meeting up with Andy Wardle, the legend. One of the YouTubers, you know, for me, in the early days of watching YouTube, watching Andy, he was one of the ones that got me into doing this. I think I'm going to do something with Lundy again, Jimmy Lundy and Rooney, maybe just before Christmas or just after. I'm sure the Great Ramondo Outdoors was going to meet up for a camp and just before Christmas or just after. The two Chris's, the two legendary Chris's, Yakka Travels and Bonnie Lad Adventures. I'll have to get a camp arranged with them before Christmas because older Chris, Cowboy Chris, you know, or as you know on YouTube, Bonnie Lad Adventures, he's going to Thailand. He goes to Thailand, but then he goes over to Cambodia for a bit, and then he comes back to Thailand. He's doing that for like January, February and March, so he's going to be away for 3 months. So we'll have to get them two legends out on a camp before Christmas. I think young Chris is wanting to do a roof box camp as well, tent box camp, so sometime while Cowboy Chris is away in Thailand, I'll get young Chris up in the tent box and we'll teabag young Chris as well. Do you know what I mean? Little Mick. I can't forget little Mick. He is out sometime in the next couple of weeks. He was coming out this week, coming up, but Sunderland's playing against Arsenal on Saturday. I'm going to the Sunderland match. Mick goes out to the pub and watches the Sunderland match, you know, and so I'm having to do my camp on the Friday. Little Mick will be at work on the Friday, so probably the week after or the week after that, whenever. Do you know what I mean? So loads of exciting stuff coming up on the Bloody Outdoor Show, guys. Camp with little Mick, the two Chris's, Andy Wardle, little Kev, Lundy. I don't know whether these are going to happen before Christmas or after. The Great Ramondo. Why is Bonnie? Sorry, Ray, mate. A bunch of guys. They've all got their own YouTube channels, but together as a group, they call themselves the Kamsky Geezers. What a bonny bunch of bastards. They're wanting to meet up for like a big group wild camp somewhere in the Lake District, so we'll get something like that sorted as well soon. So, yeah. And you'll have me coming out by myself, as usual, talking absolute crock of shite. So there you go, guys. Just been passing a bit of time away. As you know, we are stuck in the tent. There's not even anywhere to go walking off, because as soon as you walk off, you get a twig in your eye, the old eyeball, shyball. So, yeah. Do you know what? I might even cook me food early. So I think I'll put my phone on Chargy Rooney for a few Winnie Mandelas. I might have a Twix and some Haribos. I don't know. I might even cook me food a lot earlier than normal. Oh, just to pass a bit of time away. You know, it makes total sense. Right. Time for another chest warmer. Yeah. Brrr. Oh yeah. That one is a little bit more smoky than the last one. So I'm expecting the last one, the one I'm going to do the review on, the world famous Wasky review. I'm expecting that one to be very smoky indeed. Irish whiskey. Silky Irish whiskey. Kindly bought from me from Alan and Bernie. Thank you very much. Yeah. I popped out again not so long ago. You'll have just seen the footage I got there of the tent from the outside. Got a quick slash Gordon. Yeah, I was bursting for a pee. Stood outside. What? Not even a minute. By the time I went out, quick slash, grabbed my camera, couple of shots. Wait, a minute and a half, max and Paddy. Proper damp rooney, so it's only drizzling. But I think because the clouds right in, you know, like, because I am quite high up on a hill here. I'm quite high up, like, I would say it's more like moors, up on the moors than a hill. But I'm still like up on a hill. Obviously I've dropped into these woods here. But from where I parked, looking up to where I was going to walk, the cloud was right in, really low. So I think that's where it is. I'm right like in the cloud as the cloud's low. Because where I've parked is quite high up in the hill. As you go up through the hills and cross through into the Scottish border, and then you kind of drop back down a bit before you drive on up to Jedburgh. So, yeah, it's wet, it's soggy, it's moist. Air matron, smell ye ma, if ye da, doesn't mind. We will be smelling Bonnie Blues Snatcheroo very soon, guys. So, yeah. Does life get any better? I don't think it does. Sat in a tent without a care in the world. Obviously, I've got things to care about. But what I mean by that is, and I hope some of you legends take this on board, if you do get weighed down by problems and worries, of course we do. We all do. I do. I just don't talk about it in my videos. I'm a human being, skibate, just like you. Do you know what I mean? I've got my problems and worries, but getting out and doing this, yeah, right, and getting in the tent. I'm not telling you to come out and drink and get pissed, but if you do enjoy a few beverages, yes, get yourself a few whiskies, a few beers, some cheap food. My food tonight hasn't cost me a penny because it's been in the fridge, in the freezer for about 6 months. And it really does make you feel a million times better. I know you've heard me say this loads of times before, but you will definitely hear me say this again loads and loads of times, because I'm telling the truth. Makes you feel a million times better. You can forget about your problems and just relax. Be one with nature. What was that? Why, I'm some Ace Ventura. So, yeah, this is nice. I'm getting a... Do you know what it is? I've never even heard of this. Luckily, I've got like a 3-pack fcuk. Fcuk? Is it fcuk or fcuk? Who gives a shit? I am properly just waffling shite now, aren't I? It's like sometimes I treat it like I'm just sitting there talking to my friends. You know, if you were the good friend, or... See, like when I'm out with the 2 Chris's, there you go, that's a good example. I'm in the tent with the 2 Chris's. When the camera's not rolling, and we've got the music on, or we're just sitting getting smash burgered, taking the piss out of each other, and just talking random shite. Nothing exciting. Just saying stupid things and talking about random shit. Well, when I'm sat by myself, this is what I'm doing. So if you're watching and you're thinking, you know, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't got no crack, you know, if you're a bit of a boring bastard and you're thinking, what the hell's the Mandingo talking about? I'm here. I'm by myself. So I'm sitting crapping onto yous. Like you're here with us. Like I'm sitting with the 2 Chris's when I go camping with them and I've got someone to talk to and you bounce off each other. I'm sitting talking to you legends like that. Just, it's my way. Or the highway. Hi, yeah, it's my way. Or the gay way. I'm going to say that. You can't say it's my way or the gay way. Ah, you're such a big blood. Ah. I'm going to crash me taxi, blood. You're such a bigot. Fucking hell. Hey, God. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's just what I like to do. When I first started going camping, you know, I used to always have like movies downloaded or just some random TV programs downloaded on my phone. And if I wasn't recording, I had an hour spare, I'd sit and watch a movie. Now, I think that's why my videos are on an hour over an hour, because I'm just sitting with my camera on record, talking to you guys. Where before my videos in the past would only be on like 20 minutes, half an hour. Now they're on like an hour and 5 minutes, whatever. But look, I'm enjoying myself. You guys seem to like it. There will be people that don't like it, but there's another million channels on YouTube that can watch instead. And like I say to the people, if you don't like it, go and watch something else. Right, I tell you what, I am getting hungry, so I'm getting hungry like the wolf. And it's time to keep the wolf from the door. What is your name, Mr. Wolf? Let's finish this whisky off. And let's get the old Bonnie Blue Specialoo Scrandingo on Mandingos. And we will do some Bonnie Blue Munching Gladbach, as they say, in the back streets of Brisbane. Rice. There you go then, folks. Got the pansexual on. With a little bit of oil in. We're going to add the old drug haddock. Shit, that's not a good start. And then we've got some rice and some red onions in there. Right. Yes, Mandingos, you cannot beat a bit 19 Crimes red wine with the smell of dirty snatcheroo. I've added a little bit of water into there as well, just so it didn't dry the old pansexual out. Cheers, guys. Right. Oh wow, guys, I've just had a little bit of a taste. You can see off the end of there, off the old drug haddock, and it's cooked. It tastes absolutely lovely jubbly. So I'm now going to add in the lice cakes with the red onion. I might even leave that juice in, because the rice will just soak up the old fishy juice. Matron. Oh yes, guys, it's going to be a meal fit for Bonnie Blue. You know, makes sense. Cheers. So that's all a smoked haddock, chopped up into nice little pieces. I've added the red onion in, that's been in for a minute. Now we've got the savoury rice and veg. Let's get that popped in there. My fansexualities. Oh yes. Oh, why I'm cultured. Why I'm sophisticated. Why, I'm the spit of Dr. Fraser Crane. You better believe that, my fansexualities. Come on then, guys. Let's give that a little stir around there. I'll be able to stir it better when I put the camera down. I tell you what, give that a couple of minutes. And when I bring you back, we will be diving right into a serious Blot Outdoor Show Scrandingo special. You better believe it. While that's finishing off cooking away, if you're wondering how I've managed to balance the gas tin with the pansexual on, I've got these little, it's like a three-legged thing underneath, but also on that one, under that leg, I've got a packet of Haribo sweets and a Twix at exactly the same time. Sometimes you've just got to improvise, and I tell you what, you don't see that on the Paul Mesner channel, do you? Right, folks, that's nearly done. When I bring you back, oh yes, we will be munching on Bonnie Blue Snatcheroo and some rice. You know, it makes total sense. Oh yes. Here we go then, guys. Time to get stuck in. All jokes aside, It really does smell nice. Loads of smoked haddock in there. Oh. Rice. It was like a rice and veg pack. So there's like little bits of peas and other bits and pieces. I've put red onion in there. Now when I first put it in the pansexual, the haddock, I had just a little bit of oil in so it didn't stick to the old pan dingo. And then I poured just the tiniest bit of water in, just so when I added the rice wouldn't stick to the pan. And then the water formed like a fishy flavour. Juice. Ew. Sounds like my days back in Magaluf. So the rice has just soaked all that fishy juice up. There's no water in there now. It's all soaked up in the rice. Oh, my goodness. That is maybe one of the greatest, if not the greatest camping meal I've ever made. Oh, look at that. The thing of beauty, guys, is the old black beauty. You cannot say black beauty. And it's piping hot. Honestly, not even a minute's gone by since I turned the pansexual off, set the camera up. I did bring my plate behind us as well, but what's the point? Hold the handle, the old love handle, eat out the pansexual. Huh. Oh, look at that. Nice big chunk of onion on there. Oh, yeah. Thoroughly enjoying this, folks. I think that's a little thing from outside. Off the old willy thorn bush. Yeah. Sorry if I'm just making loads of sex noises, but I'm absolutely loving this. When I'm in the house, I do love a bit smoked haddock. But I don't chop it into little bits like that. I just done that because I thought, oh, I'll chop it up into bits. That'll mix it nice in with the rice. That'll be easier for the rice to cook in the pan. Everything cooking together. With the onion as well. Or the sweet corn in there, so we've got like rice, peas, sweet corn. Well, something a bit different on the Blood Outdoor Show. I'm cooking my food early. I'm cooking my food before I'm absolutely mangled, spangled, Mr. Bojangled, and totally grim-crangled. Oh yes, pet. Well, when I just finish this last bit off, let's just quickly say, guys, I really appreciate and I love each and every one of you for tuning in to the Blood Outdoor Show. I'm just a normal bloke, you know. There's nothing special about me. I'm just a family guy. I've got my wife, my son, my stepdaughters, my grandkids, my dogs, and I come camping And that's about as exciting as my life gets. But I'm so lucky that, you know, I get to do this as my job. And that's down to you, absolute legends. Thank you very much. You are the best subscribers that any YouTuber could wish for. I just thought I'd get that in. Because, yeah, nearly every camping channel, wild camping, stealth camping, for whatever reason, and I'm not complaining, they're all taking a bit of a hit at the minute with the views. For some reason. But I've still got all you absolute legends tuning in every week. I'm so lucky. There you go. I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. My mouth smells like I've just licked out a Bonnie Blue after number 1000 has just filled it with man fat. There you go, guys. Right, we've got the world famous Wasky review to do. I'm sure I'll bring you Roger Blackneck before that. Right. Yes, guys. Paldingos. Fan sexualities. I have just finished off maybe one of the best meals I've ever had on the Blot Outdoor Show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Might as well show you what drinks I've got left before we crack on with the world famous Wasky review. So I've just popped up my second can. Just like little cans, you know. I brought 2 out. 19 Crimes. Nothing better than a bit of red wine when you've got a flavour of dirty snatcheroo in the old mouth dingo. Mandingos. So like I showed you earlier on, Silky Irish Wasky. We've had the slightly smoky one, the middle smoky one, and the really smoky one is there. Fozzie with Yuski beat. Fozzie Bear with Yuski beat. What have we got here? 2 Candingos left. This is a nice little drop from the old Brewdog Millionaire Brewery. Punk IPA. Yes. 5.4%. We'll have that. And, oh, God, I've still got that as well. The old Bud Light here. Hiya. You alright? Yeah. Are you alright? I'm alright. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah. The old Buzz Lightyear, or Bud Lightyear, I should say, in the gear bars of San Francisco and Brighton and Hove Albion. And I've got a nice bottle. Mrs. Blood didn't even tell us, but when I was getting the stuff out the fridge this morning, I spotted this. I thought, oh, thank you, Mrs. Blood. She's got us a nice bottle, or should I say a Candingo of IPA from the Potts Brewing Company. Ready to use? Well, I hope it is. Chicken Stock. I mean, that's a funny name for an IPA. But look, I'm willing to give everything a try. Chicken Stock locked in flavour. Oh, yes, guys. We'll keep that for last before we go to sleep. You know it makes sense. Come on, then. Let's have me wine. Let's do the Wasky review. And then, yeah, we'll have that last IPA, talk some shite, and then we'll get some wind sleep. And why do I keep doing that in my head? It's like I've got a nervous twitch. You bastard. Fucking hell. That couple of shots of Wasky I've had, the toffee vodka, couple of beers, 2 little cans of red wine. I'm starting to feel a little bit of smash burgered. But it's all good in the hood, as they say in the back streets of Brooklyn. Brilliant, yeah. Anyway, I've just popped out for a quick slash garden because the wind Rooney is eased off. But you see what I mean? The rain's eased off, but I'm still getting wetter than an otter's pocket. So I thought I'd show you how close it is. Not close. How closed and end tight it is. Tighter than Bonnie Blue Snatcheroo. Can you not just stop talking about Bonnie Blue? Right. Look. You can see, look at this. And right underneath these trees, see if I can do something with the light here for you guys. Is that a bit better? So it's a proper tight snatcheroony, as you can see. Yeah. So let's get back in the tent dingo. In fact, let's just come round here so you can see from another angle where we are. Oh, you bugger. Yeah. There we go. I didn't even fasten these ones. 2 guy lines there. The old 2 guy lines fcuk. Oh, there we go, folks. Oh. Happy dingbats, as they say, in the bat caves of Bolivia. Oh, it's getting a little bit chilly as well. I've only put one of my jackets on. I normally bring out, get out my tent, you fucking bastards. Look at these. Look at that. And that's like, we're kind of getting in the start of the winter time now, aren't we? Maybe not quite, but nearly. Have I got my light on there? Can I? No. I've got my racist hat on. Damn you, blot, you racist bastard. Oh. Right then, what we're going to do next. Wasky review? Why not ski bait? Right on. Oh, yes, man, dingoes. You know what time it is. It's wasky time. And this is what we've got this week. It's Irish wasky. And it's the Midnight Silky. This is apparently their most smokiest wasky. Well, I'll be the judge of that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll judge it and I'll give you a true review. You better believe I will. Come on, guys. Oh, nearly a spillage. Let's get that in there. Oh, yeah. Alan and Bernie, spunk you very much. We'll just put that there. And let's get the old big Rooney in it. Quite rich. Yeah, quite sweet, quite rich. Obviously smoky, but not as smoky as I thought it would be, considering out the 3 bottles on the back of the, I don't know where it's gone, I think I put it in the bin diesel a while ago, the cardboard box that the 3 bottles came in said it was the smokiest wasky from Silky, yeah. And I live in Silky. Shit. Spillage. Come on, let's get the old Nostradamus in. Yeah, sweet, rich, smoky. And I would say there's like a red apple, fruity flavouroonie. Not flavouroonie, sniff dingo in there as well. Talking about the flavouronies, that's enough of their That's enough of the fiffin. That's enough of the fiffin, and let's get on with the muffin. You know what I'm talking about. Right. No, that's enough of the sniffing, and let's get on with the tasting. Right. There's a little bit of grass in there as well, can you see? The old grassy ass. Yeah, it's smoky, but I've got to be honest. Maybe slightly smokier than the other two. Fair dingoes, as they say in the doo-doing. But nothing like, you know, some of the Isle of Waskies I've had when I've had that smokehead one. Wowza woony. I've had a few, quite a few Isle of Waskies, and they're a lot more smoky than that. This is an Irish one. But it's nice. For me, I'm not complaining because I think when they get too smoky, it can actually ruin the Wasky. That is nice for this Mandingo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got a bigger drink that time. There's a big smokiness coming through. But that's not ruining for me. That's nice. Let's see what else we get as well as the obvious smoky thing dingo, Mandingos, and the grass and the whatever else is floating around in there. Here we go. Maybe like, well, it is rich. I said that in the smell. The old sniff dingo. Maybe like a bit of a dark chocolate thing going on as well, mixed in with that. Very nice. Red apples up the old Nostradamus. But maybe a bit of I think I got a bug in my mouth there. I want a little mixed pubes. Yeah, like a definite bit of dark chocolate. There's a fruity thing there as well. It's not just red apples. I've got red apples on the smell, Rooney. Is it a bit peach? Is it a bit pear? Peachy, pear. Nice. Lovely. Sweet, rich flavour, Rooney. Chocolate. Not really smoky in the taste. Yeah, fair enough. After 2 or 3 sniffs, I got smoky up the old beaker, Rooney. And I think there's like a bit of a marzipan flavour in there as well. I've never had that for a while, have I? For a few weeks. Like a dark chocolate, a marzipan, a fruity, peachy, pear. Apple on the smell with peachy and pear on the taste of Rooney. Down the hatch, guys. Let's get the grass and little mixed pubes as well. Down the old hatch tickles. Quite nice. Where's the bottle? I don't know. I'm not disappointed because I prefer it if it's not too smoky. But considering, like, you know, I had one, the first one, and there was a little bit smoke. It was quite delicate. The second one, you could tell it was a little bit more. I was expecting something through the roof on this one. I mean, it was a little bit more smoky, but just very slightly, but very enjoyable indeed. So a massive, big, fat spank you to the lovely couple, Alan and Bernie. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've really enjoyed them 3 Waskies tonight. I'm going to give that. It hasn't blown me world, you know, so, but I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it a solid, steady. I'm going to give it an 8.4. You better believe I am. I'm going to give that Irish Wasky Silky the Midnight Silky Irish Wasky. Did I say 8.4? You better believe I did. It's an 8.4 out of 10 dingo from this Mandingo. You know it makes sense. Right, guys, what have we got left to do? Because that is the end of this week's Wasky Review. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious wild camping. Oh, I've got a couple of beers left, so I think I'll have that next. While I'm sitting chilling, I'm going to enjoy a good old Brewdog Millionaire while I do some editing. Oh, and I've got a nice can of IPA left as well. Potts Chicken Stock IPA. I think I'll have that just before it's time to say bonjour and good night, Vienna. I will bring you legends back in a tickety Boomski beat. Lice. Well, folks, it's nearly time to get some wind sleep. It is 11:50. It's nearly midnight. So, yeah, I'm going to get in the sleeping bag soon. I'm probably just going to watch a bit YouTube or just flick some through some random shite on Facebook and Instagram or whatever till my eyes get heavy. Yeah, I've got one can left. Ugh, good. Tired of Mondo Mandingos, as they say in the Dudine. I think I'm going to say a bonjour now. Oh, hold on. Loads of little mixed pubes on there and bug light years and bits of Kathmandu. Whatever. What's this one? This is the beer Mrs. Boggers. Mrs. Bot? Mrs. Bot with a sexy blot. You can tell I'm tired now because I can't even talk straight. Right, so it's time for me to say bonjour, a good night Vienna, arrivederci and Vorsprung Dirk technique, guys. I'm going to get in my sleeping bag and I'm going to enjoy this beer while I'm watching some random shite on YouTube. So I'm going to take this chance now to say thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Good night, bonjour, arrivederci, Vorsprung Dirk technique, and cheers, big ears. Right on. What the fuck? The fuck? What the? What the? What the fuck's that? I think that's gone off that beer. Oh. Sorry. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. How's the fucking worst beer I've ever had in my life? Good morning, Mandingos. 8:45. Probably one of the worst nights sleep I've had when I've been wild camping. The tent's full of bugs and condensation. I don't know why, because I've got like the mesh thing open here. I don't know if it's something to do with being in the woods, and I haven't got a clue. This slid away from us during the night, so I've just been lying on the floor on the foil mat. Luckily I've got a good sleeping bag. Yeah. Come on, let's get a quick slash Gordon. Let's get packed away. You can hear the rain hasn't let up all night long, in the famous words of Tony Blair. Right, I'll bring you back when I'm all set up and it's time to make like a tree and split arse. Matron. It's the glove of self-love. Right, guys. I'm going to put my phone away. I'm going to get this tent taken down. I'll bring you back when we're down, safe and sound, in the Blockmobile. Right. Thank the Lord, the Blockmobile is in sight. I'm touching cloth and I'm dying for a shite. Oh. Yes guys, that's me, black, in the Blockmobile. Thank God I had a nice dry jacket in the boot. That was absolutely brutal. Probably one of the worst wild camps I've ever done. It was definitely the worst night's sleep I've had since me tent got mangled over 3 years ago. You know, when I was lying in a puddle of piss. There I was on no sleep mat, I was on the cold floor. I'm as stiff as a board. I kept waking up every 15 minutes, checking me phone for the time. Oh my goodness. But you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Anyway, I want to quickly mention something. I was supposed to mention it earlier on. Young Chris, my good friend, who's got his own YouTube channel, Yaka Travels. The band he's in, you know, because he's a bass player and backing singer in a band called Sonna. Well, they're playing live this week on Friday night. So that's Friday the 7th of November in the city of Sunderland at a venue called Independent. So I'm going to leave a link for that gig in the description of this video. If you click the link, that'll give you all the information. You can buy your tickets online or you can turn up on the night and you can pay in the night. So yeah, link in the description, guys, for young Chris's band Sonna, who are playing this Friday the 7th of November. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, give this man Dingo a big thumbs up. Make sure you tune in for the next one. And thank you very much for watching. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Right on.
Oh, matron.
You know, it makes total sense, mate. Very nice.